Friends of India, beloved Indian community members, and colleagues, friends and families, warm welcome to everyone, a warm good evening to everyone. Warm means literally we need warm now, it's cold outside. And on behalf of the Embassy of India and His Excellency Ambassador of India to Ireland, Akhilesh Mishra ji, I welcome each and everyone for this evening today. We are in the second edition of the Indian State Event Series. We have started with Andhra Pradesh and this month's focus is Odisha. Am I pronouncing correct? Odisha. Right. So this is an event in which it's a comprehensive event which is covering almost all the aspects of a state, including leaders, language, culture, festivals, cuisine, traditional dress, dance, art, music, handicrafts, paintings, tourism, economy, investment, industries, what else? Everything. So as planned this month, let's focus on Odisha, and you can see, and people have brought many handicrafts from their home, a very good collection. And after this event, when we are enjoying the cuisine, traditional authentic cuisine of Odisha, let's enjoy the exhibition also. And we have planned this event way back, a month back. And unfortunately, today, another official event of Ambassador has clashed with this. So he will be joining us shortly in half an hour. And that's why Madam has joined us and gracing this occasion. Thanks, Ma'am, for your kind gesture. At the outset, I would like to thank the Indian community members belong to the state of Odisha for overwhelming support and contribution in conducting this event by bringing the talents across the fields. It's not a simple task. Especially I thank two people, one Mr. Sanjeev and Dr. Sunita. So both of them helped us in coordinating with the embassy, coordinating with the Indian community, and brought all these talents here. And special thanks to the chef Rajiv today and the home chefs who have brought the traditional cuisine. Now let's start the program, and we are going to start with the presentation. There are two parts of this presentation. We have two people with us. One, Mr. Pradyumna Mishra, and second, Mr. Kamal Nanda. Right. Please, the floor is yours.
नमस्कार। यहाँ पे उपस्थित सारे भारतीयों को मेरा प्रणाम। आज मैं अपना स्टेट जो है ओडिशा उसको रिप्रेजेंट करने जा रहा हूँ। So I'll speak in English so that everybody will understand. We have kids as well. My daughter doesn't know English. I'll try my best. So this is a state called Odisha. When if you can go to the first state. So I want to more focus on this. This is an integral part of the most diverse country in the world, which is called India. So when we know about Odisha, we are actually taking two steps ahead to know India. When I talk about Odisha, what is not there? I mean, everything is there. I can talk like hours to talk about culture, the art, the craft, singing, dance, food, everything. So we have dance, the temples, the nature, wildlife, sea beaches, paintings, everything we have there. So let's start with it. Tighten your seat belt. We are going on a time track, like thousands of years back, in Mahabharata time. So we have a reference in Mahabharata where the sage Lomasa speaks to Yudhishthir about Kalinga, and he basically talks about Vaitarani Nadi. It's in northern part of Odisha. And also, let me tell you our contribution in the Mahabharata war. Our means the Kalinga's contribution in Mahabharata war is our name was written on the second day of the Mahabharata war when Shrutayudha was the king of Kalinga, and he was having two sons who were like killed in the war. They were fighting against Bhimsen. We have a lot of references in Buddhist texts, also in the Rock Edict of Ashoka. So we have a lot of references going past to many thousands of years. So temples. And Bhubaneswar is the capital of Orissa, which is called Temple City. There are hundreds of temples over there, and the highest number of temples in a city basically. So we have Jagannath Temple, Lingaraj Temple, Konark Temple. It's called Golden Triangle. It's basically in a triangular shape, in a positions in the coastal belt. So if you can just, So Konark Temple, if you see, I will just explain you something about the Orissan architecture, or you can call Kalinga architecture. You can go to the next page. So this is actually the Kalingan architecture. This is a part of the Nagara Shaili, which is in northern part of India where all the temples are Nagara Shaili. And our Kalinga architecture is a part of Nagara Shaili, and it has got a special place. So here if you see, the Rekha Deula is the topmost part of it, and the bottom part is called Garbhagriha, where the deities are present. And the entrance and the Garbhagriha, there is two smaller yellow ones. They are basically called Pidha Deula. Why we call Pidha Deula? Because do you know what Pidha? I mean, we were Orias, they are in the Red Sea. We use it for sitting down. It's just a flat, wooden structure with some this kind of thing. If you go back to the previous page, please. Why it is called Pidha Deula? You see these steps over here. So that's why it's called Pidha Deula. And in the middle, basically, we have Bhoga Mandapa, Garbhagriha, Yajna Mandapa, Natya Mandapa, and all these things, in a line. So basically, they used to be the traders, and they used to start their shipping on that day, Kartika Purnami, and all these Sadhavu Bahu means they used to like Boitiyaru, because they used to go in a sailing in a ship which is actually called Boita in Odia. So they used to bring those things import. That's why you will not find those vegetables in Jagannath temple in the Mahaprasad. Boiti alu, boiti katkara, boiti bilati baigana is tomato, right? So that's the thing. I mean, we have it's a old maritime history of Odisha is going past many years. And after the Portugal pirates they came in, and all these things they stopped actually. Adi Shankaracharya, he is basically from Kerala. He came to Puri in 8th century, and he basically established Govardhan Pit in Puri. And also he, temple rituals actually he wrote all those things. If you see, the Jagannath temple was actually built in 1200th century. But before that also Jagannath temple existed, not the present one. So when he came, that time Jagannath Ji was actually hidden because of the foreign invaders came in. And he was actually, it's called Patali, he went Patali. And he basically talked to the king and those time, and he established all the rituals of the temple. So our again, one more contribution to the freedom fight of India, which is called Sipahi Vidroha. I don't call it secret. Let's call it a freedom fight. So Chakki Khuntia, that's his Oriyan name, and he's known as Chandan Hajuri. That name was given by Rani Lakshmibai. So he was actually the Gumasta of Rani Lakshmibai because he was taking care of all his properties in Puri. And he went to help her in the fight, and a lot of people, also a big group, they went to fight with the Britishers. And he was actually a priest in Jagannath temple, and he's a very renowned person. I think more about freedom fighters, it will come later. So, our Odia calendar. So, Panchang, in Hindi we say Panchang, Odia we say Panji. So, our Panji is going back to many years, and it's actually on the Mahavishwa Sankranti, which comes in the month of April, and it's basically a solar calendar. So, and So it's actually on Bhartra Shukla Dwadashi, on 12th day of the full moon, fortnight of Bhadrapada month. And we guys know, like Panji, everybody might have, have it at their home. So yeah. So festivals of Odisha, I mean, believe me, we have massive, lots of festivals. We are celebrating majorly 2 festivals here in Ireland from last 13 years. We celebrate Kumar Purnima, Raja. So let me tell you, like Kumar Purnima is all ladies, mainly is dedicated to ladies. And Raja is also actually mainly dedicated to ladies. Actually, my daughter sitting there, she was very happy. Everything is for girls. So we have Dolo Purnima. This name is very unique to Odisha. I mean, we celebrate Holi and Dolo Purnima together. So Holi is actually part of Dolo Purnima. So previous day we celebrate Dolo Purnima and the next day is Holi. Kartik Purnima, as I told, Boita Bandana. Boita means the ships and Bandana means Aarti. And Kumar Purnima is very much Oriya festival. Raja is definitely very much Oriya festival. That time it is told that the women are definitely, they don't work that day, so men are need to take over. And Dhanu Jatra, it's basically, it happens in western part of Odisha. It's very famous. The king, who was the Kansa, yeah. So basically the Kansa king, he will be sitting on an elephant and he will be going on traveling to, the whole city. And he can basically punish anyone, even the collector. And it happens, believe me, it's really funny. Makara Mela, Nuakhai is again Western Odisha. And these two, if you see, Konark Festival and Puri Beach Festival, they all are actually dance festivals. So we celebrate even dance. We celebrate everything, So these all are the pictures of, we have Durga Puja, very famous, And this is actually Chandan Yatra, it happens in Puri. And this is tribal dance, we have Chau and Konark Festival, Makar Mela. That particular thing, can you see that is actually Naga Nacha. So basically Nagarjun, it's a vest. So he's having the weapons, he's basically a kind of martial type of dance. So classical dance, actually we have Odissi, which is classical. It's basically the basic form is Gotipo. I know we have a couple of Odissi dancers here. So basically it's our identity, Odisha's identity. So we have Sambalpuri Nacho, which is folk dance, and Chau is folk dance. Chaiti Ghoda, that one in the corner. So basically they make a kind of structure like a horse and they dance. And this is Danda Nacha. Danda Nacha means they will be standing on 2 sticks, and it's actually very interesting, This is Naga Nacha, this is Chau and Sambalpuri, which is beautiful dresses. And this is Danda Nacha there. Yeah. So we have lots of dances. I mean, believe me, I'm not covering everything. I mean, we have more dances. I was told that I have very less time to, talk about. The folk dances, the Pala and Daskatya, like when a child is born on 21st day, basically, we call these groups, and they basically, talk about Mahabharata stories, Ramayana stories from Puranas. And Daskatya, they will be having 2 small sticks, like they play with. And Pala is very famous in villages nowadays. I mean, adults should be knowing, whoever is born in Odisha must be knowing.
All in singing form.
Yeah, exactly.
All the stories are
in a song form, yeah, in a poetic form actually. You're right. Thank you. So Paika Nacha is, Paika Nacha, the top one, you can see it's a kind of martial kind of dance. It is being done by the community called Paika. They used to be like the warriors of Kalinga. They used to fight wars. And it's very martial related, And the Jodi Sankha Nacha, why it is called Jodi Sankha Nacha means, Sankha, there are 2 Sankhas. If you see, they are actually playing 2 Sankhas together. And some aerobic structures they are trying to make. It's very interesting. I mean, you won't find these things, anywhere else. Okay, now saris. I mean, women, I mean, guys, better than me. Sambalpuri and Katki sari, Sambalpuri, Khandua sari, these are very expensive ones actually. I know because my wife wears them. Dhoti kurta, gamucha, these all are for men. So we have at least something, So music of Odisha actually, if you see, those This is called Mridanga. And the other one is called Pakhauj. So Mridanga is actually very much specific to Odisha, Bengal and Assam. You won't find those things anywhere else. And that is, other one is Pakhauj. Pakhauj is used in Odissi dance actually mainly. And the bottom one is Daskatia. So can you see the two sticks can be played by hand. And Jagannath Das wrote the Odia Bhagavata, Jayadev again, Gita Govinda. Jayadev was the first to have the composed lyrics of the Odissi dances, which is very rich in culture. And we have a lot of wildlife, mainly, olive ridley turtle is very famous actually. They are massive ones, big ones. And they found in the Gahir Matha in wildlife. If you guys kids, if you are going to next time Odisha, ask your parents to bring there. I mean, they are massive turtles, And Kulhida wildlife is very rare. And the saltwater crocodiles. And the white tigers actually. In Bhubaneswar there is a Nandankanan zoo where you can find white tigers. They are very rare. And yeah. And the dolphin as well. I mean saltwater dolphin, you will find it in Chilika. So all nature, 33% of Odisha is covered by, nature, forest, nature, So if you are going to Odisha, believe me, spend some time in those areas, you will love it, fall in love with the place. Okay, so mountains, there are a lot of mountain ranges in Odisha. If I just I'll cover a few things, like the highest mountain peak is Deomali. Mahendragiri, if you guys know the Ramayana, when the Ram Dhanush was broken, that time Parshuram came up. He was actually in Mahendra Parvat. That's in Odisha. And Devagiri is very good for trekking. Whoever is interested in the light trekking, they can go there. Most of these, And you find medicinal plants in some of these mountains. A lot of Buddhist stupas you will find, which is very interesting. Yeah, you can go next one. Okay, so this is a beautiful one. You will find behind, if you go after the everything is over, you will find those arts and crafts actually, mainly Raghurajpur painting. And do you know what is that one, the circle ones? Can anyone tell me? I am expecting somebody will tell me what. Do you know? Yes, definitely. That is one type of Patachitra. But I want more. Yes, it's a game. It's called Ranjifa playing cards. Believe me, you should give those things to your kids. They need to know. Because if they don't know, they will be staying away from our culture. And Raghurajpur painting, there are basically two types of painting. One is painted on the cloth and the other one is on the palm leaves. If you see, there is a small lines over here, right? So they are actually, they make it on the palm. And yeah, so who can tell me which one is Jyoti and which one is Muruja? You will get one. So Jyoti, the difference is you can see Jyoti is actually the paste, rice paste. They make it on the floor and on the walls. And Muruja is definitely has to be floor because it's actually powder, color powder. In southern part or northern part of India, they say it's Rangoli. And we say it Muruja. Okay, so apart from that, actually famous traditional arts of Odisha, you talk about anything, you guys can paint on anything. It can be stone, it can be cloth, it can be on palm leaves, it can be on grass as well, I'll show you where. This is actually painted, on all the temples you'll find them. And those ones actually called Tarakasi. They are very famous in Cuttack. So if you want to gift your wife, some jewelry, go for silver, they're cheaper. Don't tell anyone. The brass, it's called Kamsa. You might have somebody coming from villages nowadays, still they use the Kamsa basan. It's the utensils made of Kamsa, which is brass. And also you'll find those kind of, structures. I think somebody have that actually. You can check it behind. I saw it somewhere. Yeah. So we have these birds actually. It's made up of horn. And the other one is terracotta ones. They are actually sand. And this is the one. It's actually made of grass. This one. It's called golden grass and the canes. It's actually in Kendrapara where somebody. Yeah. Kaisa, yes. And the hornworks, they are very beautiful. There is a swan over there, you can see, it's actually made up of horns. And Pipili Chandra, everyone knows it. Sudarshan Patnaik, he actually made this sand art very famous. Sand, let me tell you what it is actually. When basically the artists who make carving on the stone, they cannot be given stone all in the beginning. So basically they do it in a sand to learn. Once they are expert, then they go for carving on the stones because it's very difficult. If you go to Konark, actually, the whole temple is actually small tiny holes are made. Each hole is actually around 3 centimeters. Width and size. And very sharp, I mean, it has to be very fine art, otherwise the whole stone will be gone, So basically they used to practice on the sand in the beginning of their career, and this man actually, he brings this sand art to a higher level in Odisha and made it more famous. So literature of Odisha, we all know, I mean, I know the new generation might not be knowing, we have all these Sarala Das, he is actually called Adi Kavi. Upendra Bhanja, he is actually called Kavi Samrat. Kavi Samrat Upendra Bhanja. Fakir Mohan Senapati, he is actually Utkal Vyasa Kavi. Radhanath Rai is called Kavi Varg. Gopabandhu Das, we all know Utkal Mani. So I have read many, when I was in school basically. And we have a very good poet here, it's Prasanna. I mean, he writes very good poets, Can you raise your hand? It's a cruising. I mean, I know you guys must be hungry, so fill your tummy now. Pakhala. Pakhala, let me tell you. Pakhala is actually a very simple dish, and it's very good for, hot climate like Odisha. And it actually, you have liquid as well, because it's actually water with rice, and you can put some yogurt in it as well. I don't know much about any question, don't ask me. So yeah, you can go next. So there are a lot of things. Mustard curry, matcha vesara. Who likes it? Come on, only that much. It's actually mustard paste fish curry. We all are like fish lovers, And next we will see, this is Oriya Thali, like you can see. What is this? Who can say? Yes. And matcha tarkari, and what is this one? Rasagola. Now I was thinking whether it's Rasagola or Mandavita, but I think it is Rasagola. Okay, next we go. Lot of things to come. I mean, these are street foods actually. Famous chaat. What is very famous? The chaat. Dahibara algam. Now, who are not from Odisha, they must be thinking, okay, I know Dahibara. I know what is algam. Why is it written together? Actually, it is eaten together. It's something unique. I mean, try that. It's really lovely. Pitha. So pitha, actually, if you talk about pitha, so I think I know 20 of them, but I have not included everything. Enduri pitha and haldi pitha. Like when it's an I think Prathamashtami, right? When every year on the day of Prathamashtami, the elder son or daughter, Aarti and all, and we make this pitha on haldi. Actually, that leaf is actually turmeric leaf. And enduri pitha, I mean, either you can say haldi pitha as well. So it's very tasty, believe me. Gointa pitha and Sakara pitha, I think one of these is Jagannath Bhog. In Jagannath Mandir, actually, Gointa pitha, is offered in Jagannath temple, even Rasgulla as well. When, like Jagannath goes on a journey with his sister, not with his wife. So Mahalakshmi becomes very angry, furious. And when Jagannath comes back, and he has to offer her Rasgulla to please her. That's how he gets entry to Sri Mandir, Jagannath Mandir. And I think this is Kakera. No, Alisa. Sorry, Alisa. Poda pitha, we have poda. Actually, my wife made some poda pitha. You can try. I mean, I don't know anything how to prepare something. See, they're really very tasty, actually. But Kakara pitha, especially on birthdays or any pujas, Kids, if you are at his birthday, ask your mom to prepare this kakara petha, okay? Remind me. And Chitto pitha and Chandrakranti or Mugakanti pitha. I mean, there are not many people, you know. You must be half filled now, isn't it? Sweets of Orissa. So at the end, definitely mithai to manta. Chinapuro, Rasagula. And we go next. Chena Chili is actually, if you go to Nimabara district near Puri, and you will find it very famous. Kheer Sagar in Puri, that's a very good shop next to the temple where you can get. Yes, sir. And we go next, and folk tales, Jataka Kahani, and we'll go next. We have these stories are very famous. I mean, we have been grown up listening to these stories. The Shravan Kumar story, and that is called Savitri Vratha story. They're very famous. Bohra Gai, the kids who knows Bohra Gai? I know I asked only the kids. Tell your kids, okay? And Tuanku is very famous. Gopala Bhandar Rahasya. I mean the series of stories. Believe me, if you get any English or Hindi version of it, amazing. It's all comedy stories actually. Bande Uttar. Thank you for listening.
Good evening, Jai Jagannath, Namaskar. Thank you, Mr. Mishra, for the wonderful presentation. Give him a round of applause. And thank you very much, Ambassador Sir and Ma'am, and all the ODIs who present here. And thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to talk about our own land, Odisha. Since I am new in Ireland, so before going to the presentation, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Kamal Nanda. I am in Ireland for the last 8 months, and I am doing a master's here. And previously, that I have expertise in sales and marketing, vaccine and fertility. So I will be talking about 4 topics, starting with freedom fighters, leaders, tourism, and economy. So here is a snapshot of us from Odisha, the land of Jagannath. As you know that Odisha is the first state which is affiliated by Odia language. It has most diverse cultures and natures. The formation of the state is 1936, and it is better known as its rich cultures and lively art and sculptures and mesmerized architects, as well as we have world famous rituals. So starting with freedom fighters of India, as you know all that with immense of bravery and supreme of courage and solid grit that we got the independence. But somewhere I do feel that not only we got the independence from that, I feel that we snatched independence from Britishers. So with all humility, it's a great honor to take all the names of Odisha freedom fighters who has a wonderful role in Indian independence. So let's start with a few names. There are thousands of freedom fighters from Odisha. But these are some notable freedom fighters from Odisha, starting with Jai Rajguru, Bakshi Jagabandhu, Gaji Rao, Veer Surendra Sahib, Birsa Munda, Lakshman Naik, Kamendra Dharua, Satyavati Devi, Gopabandhu Das, Nilakanta Das, and Kalamji Charan Panijai, and many more. So, let me introduce you with all the humility and respect. First, starting with Jai Krishna Rajaguru Mahapatra. He is better known as Jai Rajguru. He is the first and foremost martyr of Odisha, deciding against the British. As you know all, that the British executed him in such a barbaric and high-neck manner. As you know all, the Britishers tied his two legs in the two branches of a banyan tree. Then he released that, and his body is split into two parts. It's so cruel. And the second, Veera Surendra Sai, as you know all, that is the leaders of the longest revolution of land against British. And with all the humility that I like to take in him, his Baji Rao, he is the ever youngest revolutionary martyr. As you know all, the boy has a lot of courage and bravery. The way British executed, that is also very high-neck and barbaric. You know, in the midnight of 1938, 11th October, when Britishers were in the river called Brahmani, they were just telling him to take him to the other side of the river, but he denied completely. At the same time, the Britishers shoot him on his head and skull, so he died on the spot. To see the courage of this guy, courage of this boy, young boy. Then I like to talk about Bakshi Jagabandhu. He was the commander-in-chief in Paika revolt. It is otherly known as Paika Vidroh. Paika Vidroh, that is, plays a wonderful role in independence of India. And that is Birsa Munda. At that time, nowadays also, people worship them like the god of tribal people. He organized the people, he unification the people of Odisha, especially in Western Odisha. And I like to name with Kuntala Kumari Sabat. She is the first ever physician of Odisha, and social reformer, and writer and leader. At that time, she encouraged all the women at the time to empower themselves at the time. She also played a wonderful role in Indian independence. So these are the leaders of Odisha. So all respect. So I put it in two sections. First in ancient Odisha and modern Odisha. These are the leaders from ancient Odisha, where you find all the kings. Basically, at that time also they are trying to save the Odisha size in terms of education, development, all the things. So starting with Kharoval Deva, Lalgula Narsingh Dev, Ananga Bhima Dev, Kapilendra Dev, as well as Purushottam Dev. These are all the ancient Odisha leaders. And the other side you will find these are leaders from modern Odisha. And in the name that you will find all the some prefixes there, like Madhusudan Das, I written that Utkal Gaurav. Actually, these are the recognition, these are the award reward from the people, because people are believing like anything at that time. So, like Madhusudan Das is called as Utkal Gaurav. Utkal Kesi Dr. Harikrishna Mehta, Gajapati Krishna Chandra Dev, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, Utkal Mani Gopabandhu Das, Vyasakavi Fakir Mohan Senapati, and Bhumiputra, and at the same time the people of Odisha called him the tall man, Biju Patnaik. Okay? So these are the leaders all about that. I'd like to go with first Madhusudan Das. Basically, he was a lawyer at that time. He born at Kotak. And at that time, he organized a conference that is called Utkal Sammelani. The basic purpose of this meeting was to unification of Odisha and the development of Odisha people, industry, and education as well. And actually, I was in school when I read a story about Madhusudan Das. He had a shoes factory. The purpose of bringing this story here, like he was very loyal, something. In a batch of shoes, like he found some defective, some of the pieces are defective. but what he did, he bought all the batches, like thousands of likes of shoes are there. He bought all these. So that shows how genuine, how honest, how diligent towards his profession as well as works as well. Secondly, I'd like to take the name of Dr. Hare Krishna Mehta. He is the founder member of Prajatantra newspaper here in Odisha. And he born in Bhadrak district of Odisha. And he has a wonderful role in irrigations at that time. At the same time, because of hardship and a lot of efforts, our Hirakud Dam dream come true. And he's finally the Krishna Chandra Gajapati. He was the ancient king of Odisha. Actually, he fought foot and nail to unification of all the Odisha people, to save the size of Odisha, basically. And not but the least, please give a round of applause for the past Indian current 50th President of the Republic of India. But I know I don't know anything more about him. But I know you will agree with me that to reach that position from a grassroots level to that position, how much of you can say work, dedications he has made done to reach that position. So these are some current prominent ODIs who made a wonderful mark in global as well in India. So I take few names, starting with Chittaranjan Tripathi. Now he is the National School of Drama director. So you may have seen him a lot of web series and movies. I think you have seen him in Sacred Games, in web series, Raktanchal, that is the Apex player. Maybe you have seen in Subhamangal Savdhan. And he has done made some ODI movies like Dhoni Express. And one more, he is Mr. Nilawada Panda, he is the yes director, national award winning. You may have seen his movie like I Am Kalam, Machli Jal Ki Rani hai. And last, one more movie that was in the race of Oscar, but unfortunately we have not won. The movie name is Kali Atita. Yeah. So if I talk about the craft part, Sudarshan Sahu, the man from Odisha, he's making now Ramlala's statue in Ajodhya temple, and already covered by Sudarshan Patnaik by Mr. Misra. He's the sand artist, notable sand artist of Odisha. And if I talk about the ranking part, he's the second ranking best sand artist in overall the globe. And P.K. Misra, he's the bureaucrat to PMO. Navin Patnaik, as you know all that, is the longest serving CM of this country. Maybe he's going to complete 25 years after he's going to break the Next. So I'm going to talk about economy of Odisha. As you know that economy is all about agriculture, mines, service sector, energy industry. And if I compare the 20 years back to till date economy of Odisha, I can, and you will be agree with me that Odisha economy is emerging now. We are contributing almost 3.4% to 3.7% to overall country's GDP. And if I talk about the agriculture part that we are doing in like cowpea, 45% produce cowpea to the country, and 33.6 pumpkin, 30% Niger and sweet potato, and 17% turmeric, 24.7 Stenham. At the same time, we are the 5th largest producer in paddy. And you will be happy with me that we are in mines, we have 73% share to all across the India, sorry. And iron ore, we are 34%, manganese 44%. And industry that we are 20% steel of all India that we are producing, from SAIL, Tata Steel and etc. 54% aluminum produced by Odisha only. If I talk about India share, by Nalco, Hindalco as well as Vedanta. And the most important thing that I am going to discuss, that is 3.5% medical oxygen that we are producing. And you will agree with me, during the pandemic days, when all the chaos is happening for all this oxygen scarcity in India. So at that time, we are supplying oxygen to a lot of northern state of India like Delhi, UP. At that time, really Odisha has played a wonderful role in oxygen supply. Even service sector, we are doing good now in hotel, restaurant, financial sector, cloud storage, and communication and software services. And you will be agree with me now, Wipro, Accenture, a lot of IT companies, they are more inclined to develop and operate their company from Odisha. Because they are still just saying, watching that Odisha is emerging improving now. In the energy sector, we are also doing fantastically well. And Odisha is the fastest state to reform power sector in India. Odisha produced almost 903.36 megawatt. Out of 903.36 megawatt, we are using only 33%. And remaining part of this electricity that we are supplying to mainly the northern state of India. Actually, I was staying in Delhi for almost 17 years. So I used to listen from many people. जैसे कि अगर ओडिशा से बिजली नहीं आएगी तो दिल्ली अंधेरा हो जाएगा like something. So Delhi used to empower from Odisha electricity. So I am going to talk about that tourism of Odisha. Tourism of Odisha, almost 13% of Odisha GDP is coming from tourism of Odisha. So these are the exotic locations from Odisha, like Chilika Lake, Similpal and Bhitarkanika. Chilika Lake is the largest blackish water lake, and it is the almost second largest lake in all of the globe. It is the paradise for bird and nature lover. So basically, if anyone want to visit there, that will be best for November to March. You will find a lot of birds over there. At the same time, the weather will be conducive to go for a visit as well. So the second is Similpal. It is known for Tiger Reserve. It is based at Mayurbhanj. This is one of the districts of Odisha. It is spreading almost 2750 square kilometers. It holds highest numbers of tigers over there. Almost 2,716 tigers are there. So I am going to share interesting information regarding Bhitarkanika. It is known as saltwater crocodile habitat exists in India. You have heard that wild crocodile that may be going to extinct in all across the globe. But in Bhitarkanika that you will find wild crocodile is there. Earlier there is a crocodile, white crocodile in US. But that is not there. But still in Odisha, they are doing a fantastic job to not to extinct from all. Yeah. So I am talking about Puri Dham. This is Sri Mandir, Jagannath Puri. As you know all that Jagannath Mandir, this is the lively god of earth, lively god that is exists on earth. So we know that you never heard that many people from this story. Not story, it is true. They used to transport the heart from old Bigra to new Bigra. At that time, whole the district of Puri, they used to power cut, and the person who is going to transport the heart from one Bigra to another Bigra, he has to cover through a cloth so that he cannot even get to know what is transferring. And if I am talking about the temple, that is 65 meters old, 65 meters height, and placed in the platform. If I am talking about the Sun Temple, that is at Bhubaneswar, it is built in 1214 King Narasimhadev. It is considered as a holy seat of this God's Son. It signifies the chariot of 24 wheels. There is also a fantastic story behind it. Maybe today, if I talk about that, I can cross more than 15 minutes. There is a story of Dharma, how the temple was made. And finally, that is Samaleswari temple, that is at Western Odisha, Sambalpur. That has been built by Chauhan dynasty. This temple is made of granite. That is tribal museum This is established in 1953. This is Mizo Mart, it's called as, that signifies the 62 tribal communities. So it is regarded one of the best tribal museum of this country. And you find that you can see the Munda tribal. There is also interesting fact that now they are, you can find them in Malkangiri district of Odisha. And they believe they migrated from South Africa almost 60,000 years ago. Many people across the globe, they used to visit there to see them. It's an interesting fact, and that is true. And if I talk about sport tourism, that is a hockey stadium, that is at Raurkela. And it holds Guinness Book of World Records, like in stadium, almost 20,200 people, they can watch hockey match. Earlier in the recent part that we organized the Hockey World Cup over there, when many states and the many authorities then pulled back at that time. But government of Odisha and Naveen Patnaik, they come up front and they organize this hockey tournament. And finally, that I'm going to sing a song that is a national. You can say this is an international anthem of Odisha. Okay. Would you like to sing me with you? Like a couple of. Bande Utkal Janani, Charu Hasamai, Janani, Bande Utkal Janani. Thank you so much. Jai Jagannath Swami, Non-Patagami Bhavatame. Thank you very much actively listening to you. And thank you very much, Meena Ketan, to help me to put in all these slides to follow it up. Thank you very much everyone for listening to me.
Thank you so much. It was a very informative and enriching presentations from Pradyumna Mishra and Kamal Nanda. We really learned a lot from you. Though as a fellow Indian, we learned a bit about other states, but now it's really informative. Thank you so much. Now let's move on to the next segment of this event. That's the cultural part. So I think everyone is eagerly waiting. So first one is, today we have 7 cultural performances. Let's start with Odissi dance Basant Pallavi. Let me give a small introduction. A brief introduction about this, please. And the presenter is Parashri Panigrati. Parashri Panigrati. Odissi learned and performed as a composite of basic dance motif called Bangas. It involves three distinct movements. Unlike other classical dance forms of India, there are 3 distinct movements: head, torso, and leg movements. So that's the uniqueness of Odissi. So let's enjoy the performance today. Thank you. what a wonderful performance. I don't need to tell. Maybe we can give another one applause. And I couldn't hear any sound when she was dancing. Utmost silence here. Everyone was listening seriously. So let's move on to the next performance, a patriotic song by kids and parents together. The composition of this song speaks about a pride that an Odia kids takes in belonging to Odisha. Kids joined by a few parents will narrate about the vibrant culture, historical language and their feelings about belonging to Odisha.
Jagaman, kung kayo?
All set? All set? So this song will be presented by kids. Maybe you can raise your hands. Aradhya Nanda. Aradhya. Please raise your hand.
Raise your hand. Raise your hand.
To know about you. And Sanvi Mishra. Swasti Deepa Sahu. Asmita Sahu. Ayushi Priya Panda. Aditya Shekhar Panda. Shari Datta. Saina Bari. Sanvi Karika. Aradhya Sahu. Sai Divyam Nayak. Atar Arya Das. And Saumya Bari. And parents, Swasti Simantini, Chandrasekhar Panda, Palavika Das, Pasha Krusti, Sanjeev Bari, and Supriya Behar. Yes, please, you can start your program.
बजाए सहना ये थी
Thank you so much for your wonderful performance. Followed by Nagar Odissi dance. Odissi is one of the classical dances of India. Its existence in antiquities is evidenced by the dance pose, sculptures of Kalimantan and other archaeological sites. This dance, when performed, shows the divine aspects of life and brings full grace. And this will be performed by Pacha Krishna. Another mesmerizing performance. Thank you so much. And now, let's move on to the next performance is Sambalpuri dance. Sambalpur in Odisha is a region that has a distinct cultural identity. The songs, clothing, dances, language and festivals celebrated in Sambalpur are unique. The acoustic instruments used in Sambalpuri dance form present a special status for their gravity. It's a dance of joy that showcases festive mood, and this will be performed by Niharika Noyak and Swasti Simante. seen many dances not only on the stage, behind
One more program.
among the audience also many people were dancing. So that's why it is called peaceful dance, peaceful song. Right. Let's move on to the next. One more Odisha performance. Odissi dance presents an expression, religious stories and spiritual ideas. It shone light in the marriage of mythological stories, symbolic costumes, expressions, gestures, and this unique dance will be performed by Swasti Deepa Sahu. Swasti took us to a spiritual mood. So almost everyone was like a silent and mesmerizing experience. Nice, thank you. And now let's move on to another performance, which is Odisha Anthem. Three kids will present a short brief on Odisha Anthem and its meaning. So the kids are Ishana Fani, Prithvi Behara, Saina Bari. Special credit to Lopa Panitraki for the script.
Jai Jagannath. Let us talk about the place where the Lord of the universe, Jagannath Ji resides. Let us talk about the place where he breathes supremacy land and stands tall as a magnificent temple and heritage site. Let us talk about the land of culture and tradition. Let us talk about the paradise that is full of the bounties of nature, forests, rivers, pristine beaches, and whatnot. Let us talk about India's best kept secret, Odisha.
If we go back in history, Odisha had various names like Kalinga, Andhra, and Uttara. Odisha has always been the land of brave. Odisha has always been the land of brave warriors. All the kings of this land had always dared to repel away the foreign invaders.
And that is why Odisha has remained unoccupied and independent for a long period of time. The foreign invaders had stepped in Odisha almost 100 years after capturing Bengal. They were so scared of the warriors of Odisha.
Even Odisha played a very important role during the freedom struggle. Many historians claim that the first war of independence had taken place here, which is known as the Paiko Vigraha. You will be shocked to know that the second Jallianwala Bagh had occurred here in Era, which is known as the Rakta Tirtha, or the Pilgrim of Blood. The small place of Odisha had declared herself independent months before Bharat had won independence.
I love the various beautiful art forms of Odisha. I was so interested that I read a lot about them. Apart from being unique and elegant, most of the art forms are related to Jagannath culture of Odisha.
You're perfectly correct. For example, let's talk about the beautiful Odissi dance form of Odisha. How elegant this dance form is.
Hi, my mother is a trained Odissi dancer. Even I am learning that art. So, let me tell you about this beautiful dance form. The Odissi dance form is one of the classical dance forms of India. It is believed to be the oldest surviving dance form. Many Odissi dance researchers claim that this dance form finds its mention in Natya Shastra of Bharat Muni,
Apart from that, if we really try to look into the history of this dance form, we will find that during its evolution, it was highly influenced by two other most important traditions of Jagannath culture. One is Mahari tradition, other is Gotipur tradition.
Hey, wait. Before going any further, can you tell a little bit about Mahari and Gotipur traditions of Jagannath culture? This sounds interesting.
Okay, look, as per Mahari tradition, young girls of that era used to devote their entire life to Lord Jagannath, in love with Jagannath. They used to marry him. They were trained to perform only for Lord Jagannath. Can you just imagine the dedication? And Gotipur tradition was for young boys who used to learn the art of acrobatics and dance.
Yes, even the beautiful Patta Chitras from Odisha. Patta means cloth and Chitra means art. In this beautiful art form, painting is done on a piece of cloth. This is yet again another age-old art form of Odisha which is deeply influenced by Jagannath culture.
To be honest, Odisha is the land of art. As we've already discussed, Odisha is the land of artists. And so here you'll find numerous art forms like acrylic work, brass and bell metal, silver, filigree, and stone carvings. Other forms include lacquer, paper, mache, and tribal combs, handlooms, wood, and traditional stone carvings.
And you know what? There are some extravagant and beautiful festivals in Odisha. The most important and the world famous festival is Ratha Jatra, or the Chariot Festival. This is perhaps the only festival in the world where God himself comes out to meet his devotees.
Then another beautiful festival is Raja, where womanhood is celebrated. Can you just imagine? Odisha has another age-old festival that celebrates women. This is so progressive and need of the hour.
Odisha has its own harvest festival like Onam, Vaisakhi, and Bihu. Its name is Nuakhai. Nuakhai is celebrated in Odisha. The first harvest is offered to goddess as a gratitude.
Now, when we are talking about the festivals of Odisha, how can we forget about the lip-smacking dishes of Odisha? There are many healthy and delicious food items of Odisha that I've tasted. My personal favorites are pokhara, or the fermented rice, dalma, which is a kind of dal with veggies.
Hey, I like the non-vegetarian food dishes of Odisha the most. Delicious fish, prawn, crab curry, and spicy mutton curry. God, I can smell it.
There are numerous sweets like rasagolla, rasabari, chenapur, etc., which I love the most. You can all have some chenapur from your father today. I admit, I have a sweet tooth. Look, you have to understand that Odias are foodies, and there are so many ingenious food items in Odisha. In the state where the head of the state, Jagannath Ji, is served 56 dishes, chappan bhog daily, that state will definitely have rich food culture, isn't it? God, we shouldn't have talked about food items. Let's stop it here. I'm hungry. I have to run to my mother.
So for these kids, they have put these facts and nicely narrated in a very interesting way. Great, thank you so much. And then now we are going to the end of this program, cultural program. And this is 12 months, 13 festivals. So Odia culture is rich and vibrant tapestry that reflects the cultural heritage of Odisha. This culture is deeply rooted in ancient traditions, folklore, art forms, and a strong sense of community. At the heart of Odisha culture are its 12 months and 13 major festivals, each of which holds significant cultural and religious importance. Odia culture is a harmonious blend of spirituality, art, and tradition, with its festivals serving as a vibrant expression of the state's cultural identity. These 12 months and 13 festivals form the cultural backbone of Odisha, creating a colorful and diverse tapestry that continues to thrive and evolve through the ages. 13 festivals in 12 months brought to you by Ashish Panigrahi, Priyabrata Nayak, Nyayabrata Nayak, Ashish Jaina, Monali Swain, Kayalipsa Mohanty, Divyashri Das, Pantara Mishra, and Divya Swarupa Mohanty. So we have concluded the cultural performance with a big bang, and really wonderful. Thanks for each and everyone who have performed here. And now, may I request His Excellency Ambassador of India to Ireland to address the group.
Namaskar. Jai Jagannath. First of all, I must applaud all the performers, especially the young children and their family members, their parents, for presenting before us such glorious, rich and diverse heritage of Odisha. my wife and I have had privilege of visiting Odisha maybe 3-4 times, and we have been so mesmerized by the presentation today. We live our wonderful experience of Odisha, their people, their hospitality. Odisha is, as one of the participants mentioned, that Odisha is a hidden treasure of India. It is indeed. It truly epitomizes the antiquity as well as modernity of India. In Mahabharata and Ramayana also there is a reference to Odra. Very impressed. And also if you look at the richness of that province, whether it's some mineral resources, whether it's agricultural resources, whether it's human resources, whether it is art and culture and creativity and hospitality. I think everyone is proud of what Odisha represents. Also, I'm very delighted to know that economically, Odisha is one of the most vibrant emerging states, and particularly its progress in the recent years in IT and startup segment is very remarkable. So I wish each one of you all the best, and keep inspiring all of us with your creativity, your talent. And I'm particularly delighted to see that through this event, how each one, particularly the younger generation, got involved in the heritage of Odisha, and everyone tried to learn something new, and not only learn among yourself, but also we are very grateful that you shared with us, and we will disseminate the presentation to social media so that all the people in the Indian community who have not been able to witness here in person, they also get exposed. Lastly, I would request all of you to stay connected with the embassy. We really look forward to working together closely and working as a booster for your energy. Anything we can do to help your efforts, to support your efforts, provide you platform, provide you connections with Indian communities, other states, also with the Irish, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. Secondly, please also convey our good wishes and greetings to your friends in Odisha. If they need anything from us, from embassy with regard to Argan related connectivities, anything with regard to Odisha and Argan connection, we'll be very delighted. Once again, our very sincere good wishes, greetings and prayers for your happiness, your well-being. You made us very proud. And we learned today that during the crisis period of Corona, Odisha supplied oxygen to many parts of India. Also, Odisha supplied electricity to Delhi and many parts of India. Similarly, we are very happy that people of Odisha are supplying energy to a lot of Indian community members. Particularly, I applaud Sanjeev Baniji. He is one of my very first friends in our land. And I'm particularly grateful that he is not only supporting Odia people, Odia culture, but also he is present in every event. He supports all Indian activities. I think that is the spirit. That is what makes India Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat.